How's your keel? Hello, my name's Chet Davis, and this is Reflections. My middle son is a fanatic about sailing. I'm confident one day he's going to take a big sailing adventure. And there's a part of a sailboat called a keel, K-E-E-L. And if you've seen a picture of a sailboat, especially a sailboat out of the water like this, you know there's a part of the sailboat that extends down from the center of the boat, the hull, that is normally way deep underwater when the sailboat sits in the water, when it's operating normally. And the purpose of a keel is twofold, I'm told. One is ballast, like it's a weight that keeps the sailboat centered and from tipping over, because the big top mast with the sails on it can be heavy, and something like that could lean one way or the other. But the keel helps to keep it centered and upright. The more important, perhaps, is that when a sailboat is maneuvering, and I live near the San Francisco Bay, and the winds can get very strong on the bay, and we see the sailboats out there. And the sailboats are not just pushed like I would imagine. I'm not a big sailing person, but I imagine the sail, if it's billowing in the wind, it's being pushed in the wind. But oftentimes the sailboat must turn and go sideways to the wind. And you can imagine having this big fabric, or many sails, pieces of fabric, catching the wind. It would be easy for the sailboat, when it's going sideways, to be pushed over in the water. But the keel acts to counteract that pressure of the wind. So it stays in the water, keeping it from being knocked over, from being pushed over. I know there's a term called keel over. Did the person keel over? Flip over, fall over, right? And why the heck I'm bringing this up is, in these challenging times, whatever the winds that are blowing in your life, whatever the storms that are brewing in your life, whether it's personal, financial, related to work, related to relationships, family, or for many of us right now, related to circumstances during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are winds blowing, and they are strong, stronger some days and some weeks than others. And I think it's important for us to identify a keel. Do you have something that keeps you centered? Something that provides you ballast? Something that keeps you from falling over when the winds blow strong and heavy? For some of us, it may be a family member. It can be our partner, our wife, our husband. It can be children. It can be grandchildren. It can be friends, close friends. Maybe it's our faith. Maybe it's scripture. Maybe it's prayer. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's a hobby, a passion. Whatever it is, I believe it's important that we identify our keel and we make sure it's in place before we head out into the heavy winds of our lives. My name's Chet Davis, and this is Reflections. So your challenge today and the days ahead, the week ahead, is to contemplate, to think about, what is it in your life? What is it in my life that I have that helps me keep centered, that helps keep me focused, that keeps me balanced, and keeps me from being knocked down? Or if I do get pushed a little bit, what is there that can help me right my ship, myself, my life? My name's Chet Davis, and this is Reflections.